these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. When we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up, let us in.
Well,
yes, yes. Did you guys see the conviction in his face? Did you hear the conviction in his voice?
Man,
yes.
You know what it is, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, right? GTA Vice City, back in the day when that first came out and we were playing that, a lot of people liked a lot of different stations, right? But I was into 98.3. That's Emotion 98.3. So I'd be cruising around the streets of Miami, whether we were in South Beach, whether we were in Dade County, either side of the bridge, it didn't matter. For me, it was power ballads all the way, Emotion 98.3. Oh, man, we got this. We got Cutting Crew. You know, we got Africa, Toto. Yeah, oh, man.
Hey, they weren't ready for it, man. They weren't ready for it, man. Hey, man, that's how you start off a show, damn it. This is the Don't Stress Success Podcast. I am Peter Politician.
I am Daniel J. Scott, a.k.a. DJ Scott.
What it do, baby? What it do, man? Listen, man, how are you feeling? How you doing?
Oh, I'm great, man. I'm back to business, as I said last week. The last week just gone, started working with an artist called Kilo. His producer, C. Walker Beats, and they're problems, man.
Let me tell you, I had Kilo. I played some of his music on the show. Kilo is a beast, and C. Walker is a beast as well. C. Walker just won a contest with a bunch of different producers. I can't remember the independent artist's name, but she threw a contest together to solicit the new song that she was doing with Twister, and got a whole bunch of producers together, and she picked one of C. Walker's beats, man. So I'm excited to see how that comes out, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll tell you what, the relationship with working is great, because it's not like I've worked with people in the past and they're on your ass about shit. You know what I mean? But they're sort of giving me free reign. I'm saying, right, this is what I'm going to get done today. Can you do this? Can you do this? And we'll get it figured out, you know what I mean? And just being able to work as myself, you know, is great. And he just dropped a music video as well. Yeah. That's starting to do some good numbers. And we're getting, I think, based off, like, obviously the page at the start of the month was just normal posting, but then this new video came out, and I think we got 1.7 thousand bits of engagement last month on the page, which is
so this is what I started doing. Whenever people call me up during the broadcast, I just put them on the show. Looks like we got Fat B in the building, man. What's good with you? Fat B all the way out there from Canada, man. What's good, baby? How you feeling? You are now live on the Don't Stress Success Podcast, man, with DJ Scott and Peter Politician. What it do, baby?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. We just up here talking about life and success, principles of success. Hit him with one today, man. I know you got something good. Hit him with one before you get out of here.
A principle of success?
Yes.
Goddamn. You're putting me on the spot, man.
Yeah.
I would say don't be scared to try.
Right?
Don't be scared to try.
Hey, not mad at that one. That's what it is. Don't be scared to try. All right.
Because you know what? There's only outcomes. There's no failure. There's only outcomes. You take notes and you get back on track, and you do what you got to do.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. I love that, man. There's no such thing as failure. Only lessons learned. So
yeah,
that's what it is, man. But yeah, I love putting people on the spot. I'll hit you back, my brother. All right.
No shout out, Fat B, man.
Hey, indeed, man. Appreciate you dropping in. I'll holler back at you. All right. Peace. That's how it's done. If you call me up during the podcast, I'm putting you on the spot. That's what
Most
it is,
definitely, man. And I totally agree with him, because it's like, especially if you're someone who hasn't got a lot to lose.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people, you know, they got talent, they got music, and they're not particularly anywhere yet. So fuck it, man. Take a risk.
Well, you know what?
What you got to
What's
do?
dope about that like that's a great segue into something that I would like to share with everyone. Hold on, man.
Hold up.
Okay, there we go. So just to tell y'all a little secret, man, I kind of messed up. We went live like 5 minutes ago, but I forgot to take it off of private. So
We have to.
I got scared that I did that again, but we're good to go, man. We're good to go.
We have
Hold
to
up,
keep
this
the
is
same
CG
energy,
Kids.
you know?
See, everybody's got jokes now. Everybody wants to be on the show. Let's see what CG Kids got to say.
Oh God,
What it do? Yeah, you knew the call, didn't you, Philip Markoff? You knew the call. What's good with you, baby? How you doing? Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Oh, you there?
Yeah.
What's
Hey,
good?
CG Kid.
What's up? You're talking about the principles of success.
Principles of
man.
success, man. You got one for him?
I'll chime in.
What you got?
I don't know where this is
Hey,
gonna
listen.
go.
The last guy, he was like, take the shot. I think that's so critical. But I've taken a leap of faith recently, and once you take it, you can't go back. So be careful with that shit. But if you see a gap in the industry that you're in, and you know you can fill that gap, and you know people are going to pay for it, and then take that leap. But once you take that leap of faith, you ain't going back. So that's just the forewarning, because nobody warned me that shit. You ain't going back to your 9 to 5. That ain't happening until you've been homeless for like a year. Then maybe you'll go back.
Right. And you make up a great point, man. For those who may not know, man, we have CG Kid, aka Philip Markoff, on the line right now, and he is an extremely successful YouTube vlogger. He talks about things that have to do with recovering addicts. That's his whole entire platform. I watch him grow from like 10 subscribers to, how many do you have right now?
Like 72,000.
72,000, and this is all in less than a year. So salute to you, my friend. If anybody knows about the principles of success, it's you.
Yeah, and also just look for that gap and where you can fill it, because I see so many YouTubers or content creators or rappers that are copying what worked for the next guy and not really trying to. You might copy the next guy to kind of break your way into it, so you might make vlogs that are very similar to what someone else is doing, but after a while you got to find out what makes you you, and you're unique, and that's what is always going to be the gap that's missing on the platform. There was a guy who was doing video reviews of camera gear, and like everybody kind of sounded the same. They were all kind of to the point and kind of static, and there's like 2 that were really big, but this guy got big just off of throwing in like his humor and like kind of like almost making it almost ridiculous to watch, or you're watching this video like camera equipment reviews and you're just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But you can't stop watching it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So throw in some humor or do something fun your own lane. Like for me, there's like a lot of psychedelic drug YouTubers, so I started copying them, and then I was like, no, let's do this like recovery thing, and then education on hard stuff. Just look for what's missing and then take that leap of faith once you find it.
Indeed, man.
Absolutely, man. And I'm all about filling some gaps. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you chiming in, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up here and continue the podcast,
Right.
and let's
you,
see who
Scott.
else randomly calls P the Politician or DJ Scott. Let's see if we can. Let's just see how this goes. I think I might have opened up a goddamn Pandora's box just now, but all right, we'll see.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Next, we're like, hello, who's this?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
IRS?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man. Shouts out to Charlie Choil, man. What it do, man? Sean Song Carter is in the building. John Baby Driver Sellers is in the building. What's good with you, man? Yo, appreciate everybody tuning in. This is the Don't Stress Success podcast, where we talk a lot and give away money. That's what we do, man. So,
Yes, sir.
if you look below us, all we're asking you to do is comment why this is the best podcast in the world, and we're giving away cash money at the end of the show. So, if you're trying to win some dollars, that's what it is, man. We've been doing this for a
Make it
couple of
as
weeks now,
creative
right?
as possible.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
That's great. Get crazy with the shit. So tell us why it's the best podcast in the world, but get crazy with the shit. Don't say because you're some cool guys or it's a good show. get crazy, man. Get the most interesting, the most ridiculous. That's the person who's going to win the money today, guaranteed.
Yes. My 6-year-old says we have the best podcast ever because, Daddy, you have a bald, shiny head and DJ Scott has hair. You should grow some hair like DJ Scott, Dad. So my 6-year-old came up with, all right?
Oh, man, she's
winning thus far. Nia Jade is winning thus far. Robert Hicks is in the building. Happy Sunday to you too, my brother. What up? So, yo, man, I'm feeling good, feeling great, man. Let's talk about some things, man. So, we had Fat B call, and he gave us his principle of success, along with Philip Markov, and you were on the verge of saying something, DJ Scott, that kind of reminds me of Quentin Miller as far as having talent or not having talent, as far as being prepared to go viral versus not being prepared to go viral. I completely lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna throw it your way till I get it back.
No doubt, man. Which one of those topics we're gonna go with? Because we got two right there.
Let's talk about Mr. Quentin Miller.
Quentin Miller, right? A lot of people might have seen, like I've heard Quentin Miller before. If you don't know, Quentin Miller was the person who created the reference track to which song was it? I think it was Six God from one of Drake's I think it's was it If You're Reading This Is Too Late?
I believe so, yeah.
Basically, yeah, I think he constructed a few hooks for that song, sent them through to Drake. The references got intercepted, and that's when Drake's ghostwriting thing got exposed. But Quentin Miller, he's trash. You know what I mean? Like, he's talented. He knows how to write. He knows how to make hooks. But he raps like he'd rather be doing something else.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how, like, you give it to Drake and the way he just sources that shit up.
Well, you know what? We might be wrong. We have our opinions of him. Let's do it like this, man. Let's just go in and play one of his...
trash.
Let's play one of his songs, man, and let's just really see, man. Is he really trash or is it just us? I'm curious to know what y'all think, man. Let us know how you feel about Drake's Ghostwriter.
Yo, hey, now that I'm awake, I realize there's more fear inside you than hate. That's okay, I forgive you for your mistakes. Take no days off and take off, that's the only way. Okay, holy matrimony to this money, man. Sometimes I start to wonder if she love me back. My whole life, I've been rolling with the punches, jabs, hooks, haymakers. Me and Pain are good friends, my friend. I mean, I don't even feel the need to pretend, my friend. I'm at Legoland with my kids, my friend. They like, where you been, QM? Can you please come back with them hits again? Name rings where I'm from to the 6, my friend. Why people know Calabasas exist, my friend. I'm saying, give me mine now. They see it in me, it's just a matter of time now before they find out. Ay, diamond in the rough like Amy Winehouse. Had to bring the wine out, cause shorty coming through and you know what I'm about. Ay, she about it too. I do me in every city, every street, every room. Yeah, every once in a moon, real ones make it through. I was homeschooled, how I'm getting in these rooms talking to these dudes. No hit records, but well respected. Nigga 1317.
Well.
Yeah, flip the script like Spielberg on the set, yep. I am legend like Will Smith. I even got a German Shepherd. Run up, done ya. On to the next one. I'm on to some shit.
Still hold up,
man. With one leg. I be doing what I say I'm doing.
Hold up. He just said he got a German Shepherd. Nah, bro. John, Baby Driver Seller says that we are talking about some real stuff going out in the world, and that's facts. I got you covered on that. He also says that John, Baby Driver Sellers is that he's trying too hard. Jay Florio says, I don't think this is a good example. To be honest, he's freestyling off the top. Well, here's my thing about that last comment. If you go on Funk Flex's show, you know that you got to freestyle off the top. We need some push-ups and sit-ups on that flow. Nah, he gets the Price Is Right sound effect, man.
No doubt. And the thing is, like, I've heard some of his stuff as well. Like, he's got music videos out there. Like, he at one point, I don't know what he's doing now. I don't follow. I've listened to enough to say, no, I don't like the music. You know what I mean? But he had a push a few years ago. Not like a major push, but he was taking it seriously. He was putting out songs. He's putting out music videos. There's a reason why he hit a ceiling. You know what I mean? And that's because, like, even in his songs and stuff, it's that kind of delivery. You know what I mean? And it just sounds bored. If you're bored, we're definitely bored.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously a talented guy.
Curtis Wilson says WTF. Jay Florio says never heard of him before, and you may never hear of him ever again. You know what I think the dopest part about that video was? The composure that Funk Flex kept.
Yeah. Man, you know who's the best of that shit? Sway, man. Sway's the best of that shit. Like, when someone's whack and be like it. I remember when O'Malley, Meek's boy, was doing that freestyle on Sway in the Morning, and he just ran out of words so many times. Like, and he's like, Sway's looking at him like, you can tell, like, obviously he's not feeling it because no one's feeling that shit. Yeah. And Sway's just like, oh, you went in, man.
He be lying. Why you always lying? Yo, shouts out to Anna Cockshell, man, and Karen Biden in the building, man. I see Mike White out there. What it do, man? What it do, baby? All right, so John Baby Driver is the only one that looks like he wants to win some money. He says, he wrote his comment earlier. He says, well, y'all talking about some real stuff. Gonna be, let me pull this thing. Y'all talking about some real stuff going on out in the real world, and that's Facts 100. Appreciate that, Baby Driver. Man, how the hell did you get Baby Driver, man? John Baby Driver. Where that name come from, bro? Okay.
But yeah, if you guys want to win some money today, because I promise you, somebody is going to win some money today from us. All you got to do is tell us why this is the best podcast in the world.
That's it, man.
Get crazy, get creative.
Salute to Gerald Roman. He won some money last week. Week before that, who was it week before that?
Taj Alexander.
Taj Alexander won some money week before that.
And then Don Gaffia.
Don Gaffia, yes. So we've been doing this for a few weeks, sir. And just trying to put some dollars in your pocket. That's what it is. We could either throw it into advertisement or we could put it out into the people's hands that's really rocking with us. We choose to rock with y'all since y'all rocking with us, man. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah, man.
So, have you done your Drake challenge, the little dance?
It's not really my scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not really my scene. I'm more of a singing guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than dancing.
Oh, you're a singer. I see.
More so.
Do we need to start a Vice City singing challenge during the show right now? Is that what we need
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I think we could format that shit.
Right. Well, I want to talk about being prepared to going viral. So what's pretty interesting about this, there is a Instagrammer by the name of Shiggy. I think he's built his following up to about 1 million followers. And him and Drake, I guess, collaborated on this effort together, and they put together this whole In My Feelings dance challenge. And what was extra dope about that is that it actually helped the song go #1 on the charts. So let's talk about being prepared to go viral, because the way that I look at it, man, Shiggy was out here doing his thing, building up his base, and Drake saw that and said, hey, let's put something together. So I oftentimes hear you talking about this, DJ Scott, as far as, are you really prepared? Everybody wants to go viral, but what do you do once you go viral? So at this point, after the whole dance challenge has gone viral, I'm seeing Shiggy showing up at the SPs. I'm seeing him making all these moves in all these different circles. So it seems from the naked eye that he's prepared. But let's talk about that for a moment, because you make a great point, DJ Scott.
Yeah, because I think in today's climate, especially in rap music, right, everybody's looking for this holy grail of going viral. And that's all good. But what going viral does, obviously you get that little wave there, but all it does is throw the magnifying glass on you. And what do people see? If you're someone that just did a freestyle video, but the rest of your life is fucked up, you ain't got no branding going on or nothing, they're just gonna come see Joe Smo with a normal Joe Smo fucking profile picture, Joe Smo fucking cover photo. Joe Smo recorded his album in his bedroom and didn't pay a mixing, a master, and engineer. They're just gonna, the magnifying glass is gonna be on someone that ain't ready, and it's just not gonna be a great look. Not viral ain't always the best thing. Let's talk about Slim Jesus, man. That guy got fucked up and shit. You know what I mean? He went viral, and then he was going to like shows and people just snatching the mic clean off him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just not around no more, which is the main point, because, you know, maybe you can handle yourself. Maybe you won't get a mic snatched off you. Maybe you have got people around you that can never let that happen. But you got to maintain the viral. You know what I mean? If you want it to be beneficial, otherwise you're just gonna be, you see those people that have got like memes and shit that go viral, but like everything they post is like they just got one meme that went viral, and then everything else is like nothing, just normal.
Well, I like the saying, I don't want to mess it up, but it's something to the effect of, if you fail to prepare, then you're preparing to fail. You know what I mean? So if you're putting in all this effort to build up a fan base, to build up some recognition, and that's all you're doing, you're gonna fall short every time. If you aren't preparing for what comes along with that, like what else did they say? Be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? So you've got to operate with the notion that this is really about to happen right now, and that it could definitely happen any moment now. And once it happens, what will I do when it does happen? Let me tell you something. Statistically speaking, so they have lotteries, right? And it is a proven statistic that most people, I think it's something like 79% of the people that win the lottery fuck their money off within less than 5 years. So you got people out here that win $100 million and fuck it off in less than 5 years and then broke. And you know why? That is because, they just came in from poverty into all this money. So they weren't prepared for it. No one taught them the skills on how to invest their money, how to save money. Like, saving money is something you have to learn how to do. You know what I mean? So this right here also applies to going viral, man. If you all of a sudden had all the popularity that you were trying to gain, what are you then going to do? Are you prepared, or are you going to fall off the map, man? Let's go to the comments real quick, man. Shouts out to Jay Florio, man. He gave us a really, really dope answer to our question floating below. We're going to get back to him in a moment. But John Baby Driver Seller says, I like to dance myself. It's catchy, but don't dance to it no more and never will again. Let me tell you, I've been dancing to that song in the mirror so much, man. And I don't dance neither, man. I don't dance. Jay Florio.
Don't dance, they boogie, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm that dude in the corner, man, in the club in the corner, just watching.
Just for your drink.
Yep. Jay Florio says, viral can only benefit someone with a backstory and a history of grinding. All right.
Absolutely.
Mark2 Bite the Nickel says, what up, P and DJ? What it do, man? Cantrell Lopez in the building. He said, what's up, homie? All artists, this shows what I want to get on. Okay, that's what it do. Shouts out to Paulette Roman, man. She says, hey to everyone. What's good? What's good? So, I want to jump back to our running theme of the show. All we need y'all to do is comment why this is the best podcast in the world. We're giving away some cash at the end of the show. So, Jay Florio says, what I appreciate about your show is you take the time to actually interact with the folks in the room, and rather than doing your show and pretending we're not here. A lot of others don't do that. Real talk. We are for the people, by the people. Call us FUBU. That was corny. That was real corny, man.
Hey, man, but I see what you were doing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Fat B said, man. You got to try it.
You got to try it, man. You got to, man. Karen Bond says, why this is the best podcast. First, the hosts are awesome. Why, thank you.
Thank you very much.
They know what they're talking about. Each podcast gives valuable information. You can use it and win or lose it. What are you waiting for? There it is. Bow bow. Hey, Karen Bond is buttering us up right there, man. I don't know. She got me feeling all warm and tingly inside. I don't know, man. So
I wanted to be really competitive this week because
Yeah.
all the other weeks has been like, it's either been between two or there's just been like one person.
right.
The crazier, the better, man. If you say some shit like it's the best podcast in the world, because I don't know, man, just get crazy.
So
Put myself on the spot there.
I've been doing a running tally here. Boom. I've been writing down names. Y'all probably can't see it right here, but I've got John Baby Driver, Jay Floria, and Karen Baden in the run-ins for this dollar, right? For these dollars that we throwing up. And no, it's not $1. I misspoke. If our president gets to misspeak, then I can misspeak too. We're not giving away $1. But so here's what happens, man. On my phone, sometimes I lose the comment, so I've got this system, and I'm rating people's comments from 1 to 5. John Baby Driver, you got about a 2.5 right now. Jay Floria, though, got about a 4, and Karen Baden has about a 4.2.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
now
I agree with that. I agree.
Feel free. Now you can rebuke your comment and write another comment, and if you come up with a better comment, then that might upgrade your chances of winning. You know what I mean? Feel free to comment as often as you like. Whoever makes us feel the most important is going to get this money. It's what it is, man.
Most definitely.
So, DJ Scott, man, how have you been throughout the week, my friend?
Very good, man. I'm very much getting into daddy mode. You know what I mean? It's all starting to sink in. The baby's room's pretty much put together now. Just getting ready for that, man. Mentally, everything. Working, staying busy again. I like to be busy because the real reason that I was gonna wait until after the baby was born before I started getting on my hustle again. But then I thought to myself, she needs to see me from day one. She needs to, just be playing with her toys in the room and then listening to Dad close a sale on the phone.
Yeah.
While she's there. You know what I mean?
that.
And she's like, Daddy, what are you doing? No, I'm just, giving people my resume. I'm just, using some sales techniques and closing sales because I don't have to, or nobody has to necessarily work a 9-to-5 job. And if she gets that from early,
Right.
that's what I want to give her,
Well, it's dope that you say that. So, I've been producing, involved with music all of my life. Mm-hmm. And there was a point in time so my oldest daughter's 18. So from the time she was born pretty much till about maybe 15 or so, I'm blasting music throughout the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm producing songs and I've got different artists coming in. And I didn't really think about it at the time. But now that I sit back and think about it, all of my kids are involved in music in some sort of subtle way. Every single one of them, and I think back on hindsight, like, damn, did I subconsciously train them to be involved in music? So I get where you're going with that one.
Yeah, and I think we very much underestimate what children take in.
Right.
From our actions, because here's what we do as people, right? And I do it. I'm not pointing no fingers. We all do it. Like, we think we're something, or we think we're a certain way, but our actions are probably a bit different.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they don't listen to what we say necessarily. They watch what we do.
Right.
And I've learned that with my, my nephews and baby cousins and stuff.
Right.
Is that they follow what I do, not what I tell them. You tell your kid don't do that, or you tell your kid do that, they won't do it. But if they see you do it every day, they're like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, that's subconscious conditioning. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So Karen Baden says that she is 3,500 feet up in the air and tuned in. Where are you, Dope Podcast? So
that's love.
I happen to be at the Renaissance Hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, I'm out here getting it in, just celebrating, man. The Week of Kings begins. My birthday's on Monday. Next Saturday on July the 28th, I'm throwing a party at Chucktown Bar and Grill. If you happen to be in the Charleston area, or even if you're not in the Charleston area, come through and rock with me, man. Let's have a good time. Party with P. Let me know what it do. I see that we have Ishmael Amuid in the building, aka the O. He's reminding you guys, it's the 28th. The Party with P birthday bash at Chucktown Bar and Grill, Charleston, South Carolina. He says, people misspeak every day, B. You tough, right? In his Cameron voice. All right. John Baby's Driver Seller says, let's get baby 100. He also says, okay, let's start it up, baby. First time to almost with something I'm going to try now. All right. The O says, what it do to DJ Scott? What's good? What's good? Indeed.
What it do?
Karen Biden says she could have been anywhere in the world, but I'm tuned in while on my flight from New York to Milwaukee. Talk about loyalty. If it wasn't a Phantom Best podcast, I'd be watching a movie. God damn it. Karen Biden just upgraded her shit to a 5. God damn. She's watching us on the plane. Karen Biden has the A.
Physically, no one can match that really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Nobody.
So I recommend if somebody wants to win some money, it might not be the most cost-effective move to go flight now. We're giving some money, but we're not giving flight money.
Right.
But hey.
Hey, man. Mark 2 Bite the Nickel says, even though I'm a radio broadcaster in a different way, you're the best because you're a matched duo that really mesh together. I've been tuned in with this show for a while, and it's informative with a different personality catch. Very down-to-earth type of show, smart and witty with great graphics. All right. Appreciate that. Let's write down Mark 2 Bite the Nickel.
I really appreciate that shit.
Yeah, man.
And shout out Matu because I've been, paying attention, scrolling my news feed, you know what I mean? And I've noticed he's really starting to center his message now.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's really starting to really put a direction on it, on his post. Like, he's always been spitting knowledge, you know what I mean? But it's really starting to, package itself. So shout out to Matu, man, because, yeah, it's going the right way.
Hold on. I got another caller in. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
How's your day?
Quiet.
Mine's pretty noisy. Right now, I am live on the Don't Stress Success podcast with DJ Scott. What it do? How are you? You're live in front of about 10,000 people.
Hi. I just wanted to talk to Mom.
You just wanted to talk to Mom? Well, she's indisposed right now.
Oh.
No mommy today. Hey, so while we got you on the line, why don't you talk about one of your principles of success? I am so proud of you. For those who don't know, this is my daughter, Alana. She turns 18 in October, and she is successfully finishing high school while simultaneously obtaining her associate's degree. So, salute. Indeed, everybody is in the crowd, hand clapping and applauding you. Why don't you tell people maybe one principle of success if someone were to ask you for advice? What you got?
I don't know.
You don't know? Come on now.
I don't know.
You give up? You don't know? Let me help you out. Getting it done on time. How about that?
Yeah.
Tell people about getting things done on time. What's your experience with that?
I never do.
I had a feeling it was going to be.
Yo, it's all love, man. I love you. And as soon as we're done, I'll have your mom give you a call, all right?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
There it is. Getting it done on time.
Get it done on time.
Yes, man. That's what it is, man. Martu Bite the Nickel says, happy birthday, P. I appreciate that, man. John Baby Driver says, what'd you say?
Is it your birthday today?
No, it is on Monday.
Okay.
But the next
I felt like
Saturday.
a bad friend for a second.
Nah, you good. Man, it might as well be today, man. I'm out here in Charlotte having a damn good time, man. Had me some sushi last night. I'm good, bro.
Just sat here talking to you like it's a normal day. You know, that's what I thought when I read the comment that said "Happy Birthday, P." I think I'm sat here talking to the man.
Nah, you good. It's not till Monday, man. I just go hard, man. And you know, my best friend, my brother Casino, our birthday's the same week. His is on Friday the 27th. And on Saturday, the 28th, is when I'm throwing the party. So when he was alive, we had this thing called the Week of Kings, and we just fucking dumb out all week. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that tradition going right now, man.
Nice.
Indeed. Jay Florio is in the building. Says, "Don't call Wild Daddy on a podcast who put you on the spot." Damn right. I'm glad you understand these things, Jay Florio.
Maybe that's what to say next time.
Yeah. John Baby Driver says, "Yeah, first time on here, and I'm going to watch y'all for now on, for real, for real. I like y'all broadcast a lot. This very awesome show. That's real talk." Well, listen, man, we appreciate that, man. And so here's what you can also do. You can watch us anytime. Hit up our YouTube channel and go and hit that subscribe button. YouTube.com/the Don't Stress Success Podcast. Bow, bow. There it is, man.
The YouTube link is youtube.com/Don't Stress Success. But if you type the Don't Stress Success Podcast in YouTube, it'll come up the same way.
There it is, man. There it is. Hand clap, DJ Scott.
And what we do over there is obviously it's a long show. It's usually over an hour. So we cut into little segments, you know, the highlights of the podcast, like particular points or whatever. Chop that up, nice, easily digestible. Do it now. Subscribe.
No, damn it, no. So, with that being said, let's talk about t-shirts, man.
Yeah.
I've sold t-shirts. My wife, my kids sell t-shirts, as a matter of fact. You sold t-shirts, and you wrote a really, really dope blog post on how to sell t-shirts. So, you know, I could pull it up, I could read through it, but since we actually have the author of that particular blog in the building with us, why don't you tell us about what you wrote?
So basically I made a post. I put a post together for artists that want to sell merchandise. So essentially anybody who wants to sell merchandise, specifically t-shirts. It's one of those obvious lanes to go down when you're making music or you're doing something creative. I know I get some t-shirts done, which is all good. But what people tend to do is do it in a way that's very much, you have to be a real fan of you to buy, as opposed to making t-shirts that you could just run an ad on and sell to anybody. Because what most people will do is they'll slap their logo on their chest and try and sell that. But if people don't identify with the logo, with the brand, if they don't know the brand, if they know the brand but maybe they've just seen you around or whatever, or maybe they don't like the logo, you know, there could be a bunch of different reasons why they wouldn't buy that t-shirt from you. So what people tend to do is you might sell a few, you know what I mean? But are you making t-shirts to come the fuck up and reinvest that shit into building everything else up? Or are you making t-shirts so a couple of people can rock your logo? If you want to really make some bank with the shit, you got to be smart with it. And you've got to do things like slogans, right? You've got to, or it doesn't have to necessarily be your slogans. It could be something, you could print a t-shirt right now and sell it. Kiki, do you love me? You know what I mean? Just to capitalize on, am I still here? Motherfucker.
Nah, you good.
I'm
so
good.
I was in, nah, you good. I was in the background.
I couldn't hear you. You must have muted out.
Nah, you
I was like,
you're good, man. I was in the background. No, man.
Not again.
Yo, listen, for those who weren't tuned in last week, man, the Illuminati stole DJ Scott from us, man. We could not find him during the end of the show. He was just gone, man. So
yeah, man.
I digress, man. Yo, we got a lot of people in the comments right now wanting to know how to get a t-shirt, how to get one made. We're gonna talk about that, but I want to tag on to what you mentioned about a slogan with the t-shirts, right? So for example, my daughter that was just on the line, she has her own Etsy store. It's called Pro Fangirl, and she's going back to what I was saying, my kids just being into music in some shape, form, or fashion. So she's really, really a fangirl when it comes to boy bands and stuff like that. So what she started doing was printing up slogans and different lyrics on t-shirts. And them shits is selling like hotcakes, man. You know what I mean? So that's what she does. And that, just to tag on to your point, what you were saying, man, it doesn't have to be all about you on the t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Put something that people can relate to. You know what I mean? So
100%. Like the example I gave was Kiki, do you love me? Because obviously that challenge is picking up right now.
Right.
A good one for producers is like, I know a lot of producers would love to wear a t-shirt that says no free beats. You know what I mean? A lot of artists that would wear a t-shirt that says simply, I am a music artist.
Right.
As simple as that. And then all you've got to do is run an ad. And in those ads, you just target people. Like if I was going to sell a t-shirt that said, no free beats, I would target producers who like pages such as Modern Producers and BeatStars. And I would target them and put it right in front of them. Direct sales page. As soon as they see the ad, they say, oh, I'd wear that t-shirt, or that's a cool t-shirt. Click it. The page they land on, they can buy it there and then, maybe $20, $25, whatever you want to price it at. And you can do it for free. I'll put a link in the comments. Check it out. It's called Printful, and they handle everything, and it's what I do, because you can get them printed yourself. You can go to the local t-shirt store or embroidery store and you can get them printed, but what if they don't sell? Right. And then you've got to handle the shipping. You've got to go to the post office. You've got to pay for the shipping. You've got to do all that shit. I'd rather drop ship personally. There may be more profit in doing it for myself, but it's just too much hassle for me. So I just go for drop shipping.
You're absolutely correct. So right now I have all the equipment and everything to print t-shirts on my own, but it gets tedious. You got to store your own inventory, the cost for the equipment. I mean, if you can do it, then you can kind of cut out the middleman. But if you're getting started, build your way into doing that. And I mean, you never know, that might not even be something that you would like to do, but just to be able to have that option to drop ship, then it's great. That company, Printful, I have a video that kind of advertises them a little bit. And if you guys really want to dig into it, the link, I pinned it up there that you can go and check out for Printful. Karen Botten says that she makes t-shirts from home. Yo, type in the comments what you make. Maybe throw up a link to your t-shirts. Let us know how that's working out for you. We'd love to hear about it. But I'm going to just run this video real quick. This actually is the company Printful. So let's see what it's hitting for. Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
Hey, Wes from Printful here. I hope you enjoyed that video. Go check out the other videos on our channel and don't forget to hit subscribe to never miss the latest content. To get started with Printful today, just click on the link in the description below.
Salute to Printful, man, making it easy for people trying to get started with some t-shirts. You know what I mean? So
absolutely,
what it is,
man. I swear by it, man. And they offer so many different types of like cuts, so many different qualities, so many different branded t-shirts that you can print on. You can do wall canvases, you can do tote bags, you can do hats, you can do beanies, you can do all kinds of stuff. And shout out to John, by the way, because he asked a good question. How do you know you ain't copywriting someone else?
Oh, I've got experience on that one. Okay. I've got a lot of experience on that one. So, like I said, my daughter does the whole boy band thing, and she has a store through Etsy. And yes, you can definitely get caught up in copywriting different people's lyrics and things of that nature. It just depends on who you use. For example, 5 Seconds of Summer. They're notorious. Don't even try it. But you might have somebody who's a little bit more liberal that will allow you to use their lyrics and put it onto a t-shirt. You kind of are going at your own discretion. But here's the thing. That's if you're using a platform like Etsy. They have a lot of stringent rules. But just imagine if you took that whole idea of putting slogans onto t-shirts and you weren't selling it through, say, an Etsy platform, and you had you know, your own website that you were selling those things through, your own Shopify. You know, for the most part, those bands aren't going to come after you until you start making millions upon millions upon millions. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of been my experience with it.
Yeah.
It can be a bit of a gamble, but
No doubt.
the bigger thing is, though, you don't necessarily have to use slogans from other people's content. You can create your own slogans and put them on t-shirts. That's the way that you really want to go. So what were you about to say, DJ Scott?
I was just gonna say that we're not supposed to smoke and sell weed either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just-
Great
that's
point.
my thoughts of a lot of stuff. Just because I know, like P said, it's not until you're making a lot of money off particular things that people take note anyway. And if it's a case of whatever platform you're using just doesn't accept in the first place, then it's no loss. You know what I mean? But after that, it's only going to be when you're making, you know, a noticeable amount of money that 9 times out of 10, or maybe even 99 out of 100, people are going to approach you about it. And if they do, it's usually going to be cease and desist more than anything. It's just risks, man. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on whether you want to take the risk or not. But like he said, just make up your own slogans or come up with slogans, the everyday slogans that aren't copyrighted, because they just say it. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Karen Botten says she's asking me to send her my equipment. I hear you. She also says that she embroiders. Okay, that's what's up, man. Martu Bite the Nickel says, yes, you're right. A slogan is much more better than just being the face of the brand. That's all we really ultimately trying to say. Because, you know, I can print up a whole bunch of CCG Network Radio t-shirts or a whole bunch of Peter Politician t-shirts, but if you don't know me, the chances of me selling those kind of slim. Yeah. But if I come up with a really catchy slogan that you can relate to, my chances are a lot better with you purchasing the t-shirt. So
and often, and you've got to think of it like this as well, is like people will only really wear t-shirts with your brand on out of support. They won't necessarily buy the t-shirt because they like the t-shirt. You know what I mean? You've also got to have t-shirts that people buy because they like the t-shirts, and that's when you're gonna get a bigger audience out of it, or get more purchases from people that you didn't expect.
Indeed. It's what it is. It's what it is, man. So, who's trying to win money? I see John Baby Driver in the building. He gave us a comment. Jay Floria gave us a comment. Right now, I think Karen Biden's winning. Martu Bite the Nickel gave us a real heartfelt, thorough comment. But I think Karen Biden's still winning, man. It's kind of hard to beat watching the Don't Stress Success podcast on your flight instead of a movie. You know what I mean? So I think she's winning. But if you want to get a shot at this money, it's simple, man. Just comment, as you can see it scrolling below. Comment why this is the best podcast on the planet. And at the end of the show, we giving away some money. That's what it is. Bow, man. We bribing y'all. That's what it do, man.
That's essentially what we're doing.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, how you feeling out there, DJ Scott?
I'm good, man. Guys, we will pay you to say good stuff about us.
Real talk, man. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. So, I want to jump into man, we just breezing through, man. Really what I want to jump into, I want to know what's going on in everyone's mind in the audience. You know, anything that you guys want to talk about. We have a slight intermission to where DJ Scott is going to sing for us. So let me lower the levels on his background music.
Oh, man. I haven't prepared, but I can just, because a lot of people missed the intro song.
There it is.
We can, I know this went down really well with a lot of people last week when they realized, boy, he can sing.
Yeah. Y'all don't realize, man, DJ Scott, man, he got pipes, all right? I don't understand why he's bullshitting. And come on, man, get in the studio. What are you doing? All right, here it is.
It's a very, what I like to say about my singing voice is a very acquired sound. You know what I mean?
I love it. I couldn't imagine nobody else not loving it, man. Let's do it.
Hey,
It's
man,
on you.
I better see some love in the comments for this shit. You know,
Matter of fact, this is what I need y'all to do. Everybody in the comments right now, everybody that's tuned in, throw up them hearts, throw up some comments. Let's really support DJ Scott on this. This is his lifelong dream, is to get in front of the stage and make this happen. And I think he has the voice to do it. So let's go ahead and get them comments going. Let's go ahead and get them hearts, them thumbs up. If you're over there on Facebook, let's rock. You got this.
Now, just to let you guys know, my voice is a bit hoarse and a bit cracky today. I'm not making excuses. Okay, I'm just saying, right?
Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. And when we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up. Let us in. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. And as we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up. Let us in.
There we go. So, lifelong passion of mine. I've considered a few times dropping this whole marketing thing and just, going out there, just me and his voice doing what it do. Let me read these comments and see why are people laughing, man. I don't understand. I don't understand why people are laughing. Are they laughing at me? Are they just, overcome with emotion over the singing?
Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. If these people don't see how great of a singer you are, we don't need them around, man.
No doubt. Let me be great, man.
Yes.
Let me be great.
Jay Florio says she's in the air, but I'm on the other side of the world. LOL. All right. Karen Boss says cost me $8. All right. John Baby Seller says I agree. It's even though it's my first time. Curtis Wilson hits you with the LOL. Jay Florio says I can't lie, so I won't. John Baby Driver says broken wings. I like the Tupac version.
What's wrong with the DJ Scott?
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Salute to DJ Scott.
Wilson's over there hurting my feelings, man.
Karen Bond says, talk about how to get your people to show true loyalty and show up to your show performances when you reserve their tickets and left there with no support. Okay, that's a great topic, Karen. Let's go ahead and jump into that real quick, all right? So here's the thing that I have learned as far as looking for, asking, expecting support.
Mm-hmm.
That shit don't exist. All right? That shit don't exist. What I have learned is that the people who are closest to you, that have seen you make mistakes time and time again, who have been there for you for years, those are often the last people to come around and the most hard to show how great you are. And you know why? Because they've been there for the entire ride. They've been there to watch you fail numerous time after time after time after time. But you've got to realize, though, once you start getting it right, you're going to meet people who've never seen you fail. And they're going to look at you like you're the greatest. And they're going to help propel you to that level that you're trying to get. But if you're looking for it from your home city or your close friends or your family, see, they're going to give you that pity support, that, oh, bless his heart type of support. Whereas strangers are going to give you that genuine support because they're meeting you in a different perspective. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, Karen, my advice to you is, don't look for support from people who are close to you. Oftentimes, you're not going to get it. And if you do get it, it's going to be that pity support. You know what I mean? DJ Scott, how you feel about that?
I think a large part of it as well is that people, and it's in tune with your point as well, people know you, like you know how you see your friends, like you know what they've been through, you know the things they've done, and they often can't conceive you as some kind of celebrity or someone that can do things, or it might be even people you went to school with or some shit, and maybe you were a completely different person in school and they always see you as that person. Like, when you see kids you went to school with and they weren't tough at all, and then when they leave school, all of a sudden they think they're tough because they're not around the same people anymore. They got their shoulders up now. It's like, we used to slap you. We used to slap you, and you used to
Were
do
you a
that.
bully, DJ Scott?
No. But just, you know, if someone, I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to continue gracefully with my point. Okay. But so just in a way of like, a lot of people cannot see you as the star that you know that you are and are becoming. You know what I mean? And there's no convincing those people whatsoever. Like, because I know back in school, I was, you know, smoking weed. I was even after school, just not doing a lot with my life. You know what I mean? Hanging outside the store with a bottle of something. That was the life I lived. So when I tell people what I do now that I used to go to school with and shit, like marketing online, I do social media management and marketing, and I blog, and you can tell they're looking at me like, oh, you must not be doing a lot then. And then, you know, to tell them, like in 3 years online, I made 50 grand just based off me starting up absolutely nothing, having no clue what to do. But then in the space of, I say 2.5, 3 years, managing to make 50 grand online. You tell them stuff like that, and then they're like, whoa, really? You know what I mean? They're scraping maybe 12 grand a year in their jobs and shit.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
so I kind of want to tell another story. So I'm always talking about my friend Christopher Edwards. He passed away. And when we were in school, he was the kid that was always in trouble. I mean, every day. He got expelled in the 9th grade because he ran over the principal in the parking lot. You know what I mean? And so people that we went to school with knew him as a troublemaker, in and out of jail. But the people that loved him and saw what he became once he became an adult, you know, raising his 5 kids, being a successful entrepreneur. He had a reconditioned appliance store. He was going to school studying, AC, what is it? I want to call it hazmat. HAVVAC, I think is what it's called. You know, fixing people's AC units and things of that nature. And, you know, I would go and I would meet people we went to school with, and they'd ask about, yo, how's C doing? Yo, he's staying out of trouble. That would always be the first thing they say, he's staying out of trouble. And I'm like, man, y'all motherfuckers just don't know, man. This is one of the dopest people that I've ever met, to see them turn around their life and become something way different than what they were projected to be. So going back to what you were saying, Karen, people have their own personal projections of where they see you. And oftentimes it doesn't match up to where you know where you're going. I saw you in the comments upset that they said they were going to be to your event. They said they were coming, they were on their way, and they didn't show up. That's cool. Don't let that beat you up. Don't let that take you out of your zone, because you know where you are projected to go. And don't even worry about them. They will eventually see it. And if they never see it, that's okay. You know what I mean? So
No doubt. And you know what else? Just put them on Front Street, man. Tell them, make them pre-order, make them pay up front for the ticket.
Yeah.
Then you'll find out if they're really about the shit or not.
like,
Because if they don't show, fair enough, but you got their money.
real talk.
Non-refundable, bitch.
Yep, there it is, man. Like, you know, I've got this birthday event coming up, man, and you know, I've had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, I'm coming, I'll be there." But in the words of Drake, we gonna see. You know what I mean? It's what it is, man. So appreciate you. That was a great topic, Karen. Appreciate you sharing that with us, man. It's what it is, man.
No doubt.
So we have been doing something that I think is really dope, and it's about to come to an end. We've been doing the 48 Laws of Power, right? We've been talking about the 48 Laws of Power the last few weeks during the show. So we are on the last 8 laws, and we're just going to talk about it. But DJ Scott, for those who may have never heard about the 48 Laws of Power, go ahead and talk to them about it. I'm going to cue this video up.
So the 48 Laws of Power is a book that really shows you how people have built power structures in this world through characteristics and laws and principles. They can be used for good, they can be used for evil. Obviously, there's a lot of power in this world, and a large part of power is corrupt and evil. A lot of people who have got into those positions have used some of these laws that have been put together that really, really work. They can be used for good, like I say, they can be used for evil, but just knowing them is a benefit to you in your life, whether you choose to use these laws or not, because you can at least see if other people are trying to use them against you.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people have read this book and they're trying to put it into practice, and because it does work, you know, people will try it. It's a book of, very much about manipulating people's perception of what you're doing and who you are.
Indeed. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Turn down this music for a second. Here we go. Let's rock. Law number 40. And by the way, if you missed the previous 39, you can always YouTube this same video that I'm playing right now. It's a really, really dope video. Need to give credit to where this video came from. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at. There is a YouTube channel called I'm gonna mess it up. ILLACERTUS. And they came up with a really animated, easy version to understand the 48 laws of power. So if you missed the previous 39, you can always go, like I said, to YouTube, ILLACERTUS, type in the 48 laws of power animated, and you'll find this video here. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're at number 40.
Despised the free lunch. Louis XIV had an eagle eye for the strategic power of money. He would gift paintings of great value to people who didn't like him very much, until then. This way, he got nobility, the keys to power, on his side. At the same time, he increased operational costs for the aristocrats who wanted him gone. It's ingenious. He took money from his enemies and gave it to his new friends. 2 birds with 1 stone. This is one of my favorite laws because it states that cheap misers miss out on opportunities. It pays to be generous, and it pays not to accept free gifts. What is the return of investment on paying for someone's coffee? You sit down at Starbucks with an influential, connected, and experienced entrepreneur. You get to talk to him for 10 minutes, ask his advice, learn from his mistakes. I don't care if the coffee costs $50, I'm paying because there is a lot of upside. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Alexander the Great's father had set the standard of achievement very high. Alexander wasn't going to be content in his father's shadow. He wasn't going to rest on his father's and later on his own laurels. When Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. Now, imagine if Alexander the Great had had a son who wanted to be a conqueror. That he would pale in comparison is an understatement. Not a soul would have attributed his success to him, for he'd achieve everything on the shoulders of his father. Don't make it your life's task to be better at being someone else. Instead, go your own way. Unapologetically, be your best self. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. When the tree falls, the monkeys scatter. Cut the snake at the head. What is an army without its generals? Without leadership? Whole empires have been secured off of conscientious leaders with iron willpower and vision. Take them away, and much like Alexander's empire after his death, they break apart and crumble, turning on each other, defecting and deserting. Often the glue that sticks everything together consists of a few key people at the top in any kind of organization, any kind of social group or hierarchy. Do with this information what you will. Law 43. Work on the heart and mind of others. October of 1793, the French Revolution declared the end of the monarchy. Marie Antoinette knelt at the guillotine, for she never cared about the people's opinion of her as their queen. She thought herself above the common folk. Pampered and disgustingly narcissistic, she paid the price, never learning from her mistakes. You should influence people and win friends, as Dale Carnegie suggests. It is more than beneficial to be recognized for your kindness and helpful demeanor. Be agreeable or face the consequences of being indifferent. Be humble or be humbled. Law 44. disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Alcibiades charmed the Athenians, got accused of profaning sacred statues and fled, then charmed the Spartans, impregnated the king's wife and fled, then charmed the Persians and helped Athens win their war against Sparta. They welcomed him back with open arms. Wherever Alcibiades went, whoever he had to deal with, he would leave behind his own values and appear to share the values of his victims. No one could resist a man who not only concurred with them, but also admired their ways of living, seeming to be one of their own. You like people who like you, who are like you. Match people's energy, speak their language, eat their food, find common grounds, and even envious people will drop their preconceived notions about you.
All right, we're going to save the last 4 of them laws for next week, man. Say that one more time, DJ Scott.
Man, I was repositioning, trying to get and I turned my mic off to do it so people didn't hear me wrestling around and shit.
Right, right.
To turn it back on, to be honest with you.
It's all love, baby. It's all love, man. So, yo, one of those laws that really struck me was number 41. And in a nutshell, it was talking about going your own way and being your best self instead of trying to fit in someone else's shoes who's great. You know, I always think about Jay-Z. Everybody wants to be Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be the hottest rapper that's out at the moment. And I just feel like the people who are out here being successful in that domain have found ways to go themselves. I can't think of another person that is as successful as Jay-Z that sounds and does what Jay-Z does. I can't think of another Triple Extension. Like, there's a bunch of people that have imitated him, but there's only one him. There's only one Nas. You know, there's a bunch of people that imitate Nas, but to garner what Nas has done, there's only one Nas, you know, so that was the one that really stuck with me the most, man. How you feeling over there? Looking all relaxed.
Yeah, I agree with that shit. I think it's kind of funny, like somewhat of an oxymoron, which is, hey, check me go, hey. But I think what you respect these artists for is for being different, right? For standing out and doing their own thing. So for then you're taking away the respect you give them when you imitate them. Because the reason you like them in the first place was because of their originality and being unique. You know what I mean?
That's deep. That's deep. So I'm going to go to the crowd real quick. Karen Baden had a really great topic. She wants to know what to look out for in an event promoter, the good ones or the users. John Baby Driver says, yes, I agree, Karen, on that topic. Please talk about it. She also goes on to say some promoters are slimy manipulators who take your money and screw you over. All right. So I got a little bit of experience in this manner. So what I look for, the first thing I look for in a slimy promoter is your track record. All right. If you kind of new on the scene, if you have nothing tangible that I can go back and kind of verify your success on, that's an immediate red flag. Any successful promoter has a track record, and oftentimes it's people who are in the same city as you that can vouch for that promoter. So right then and there, that's going to tell you about a good 75 to 85% of whether or not this should be a person that you want to promote for you. Also, you got to keep in mind, events are different. So I know an EDM, that's electronic dance music. I know a person that can promote very well for that type of an event, but maybe not so much for, say, a birthday party on July the 28th next Saturday. Come rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to also pay attention to the type of event that you're throwing, and is this particular promoter the right fit for the event that you are throwing? So I think if you just pay attention to those two things, and just also the kind of the common sense stuff, you know, paying attention to how many people are actually following this particular promoter, how many people they can actually bring to your event. But word of mouth, man, that right there is going to cure all your ills about 75 to 85% of the time. if you can find other people that vouch for that promoter, you're gonna more than likely be in a good spot, man. How do you feel, DJ Scott?
I want to play devil's advocate a little bit, just in a sense of a lot of artists and a lot of creatives have a problem with being charged certain times by promoters. Like if I was a promoter, I would be charging people in particular scenarios, right? If you've got a following and I know you can bring people with you, I'm not going to charge you, right? If you can bring, I don't know a number because it depends on how much you're paying for the event or whatever. But let's just say if you can bring 10 people and they're guaranteed to come, or they're very likely to come because you've got a following, be happy to let you do it. But what a lot of people expect from promoters is to use their platform. Because often the promoters put up the money for the show in the first place. You know what I mean? So the promoter pays for the venue, the promoter pays for the promoter's responsibility is to acquire the talent and such and such. And I understand sometimes you can think like, oh, why am I paying to perform? I'm providing entertainment, but at the same time you're also getting free exposure. And I know we all hate that word, but like say for example there's 10 artists on a show and 9 of them bring a bunch of people. Then if you don't bring anybody, you're just coming into that scenario benefiting from everybody else without putting anything in necessarily. You know what I mean?
Damn good point.
I think you've got to look at this stuff realistically. If you cannot bring people in, then you may have to pay because that might be a worthwhile investment. And it goes back to what P was saying, doing your research, what kind of events do these people put on, how genuine are they? If they are pulling a crowd, maybe it's worth spending some money. You know
Indeed.
yourself. And then all it is up to you to put on one hell of a show for everybody in there to say, you know what, I want to follow this person. It's also up to you to, throughout your performance, be shouting out your social media links after the show and before your set, going around talking to people, trying to get emails, trying to get people to add you and stuff like that. You got to look at this as promotion for yourself, not just I'm going to go there, do a couple of songs and leave. I think a lot of promoters get a bad rap when they don't deserve it, but there's also a lot of bad promoters out there, and is listening to what Pete said and really taking on board and doing your research. And for everything, man, people don't do enough research, in my opinion, for anything.
Right. Because honestly, I mean, if you just took the time 20-30 minutes to really go down that rabbit hole and research what your question is about anything, you'll find it. I mean, the technology is there to find it. I will oftentimes get hit up with friend requests from people. The first thing I'm doing, going on their Facebook page and I'm researching. Is this somebody that is going to ultimately waste my time, or can there be some sort of beneficial relationship that can grow if I accept your friend request? Because I don't really like having a bunch of dead weight. And when I say dead weight, I mean people who aren't going to be engaging. Like Facebook is that community to where you're trying to build relationships, So for me, I don't like to have a lot of people who are just on Facebook just to say they have an account and they never engage with you, So, research, man. Research is key. John Baby Driver Seller says, okay, I hosted clubs before for local night event and I was hired by the owner of the bar and grill. We charge for our picture to be on the flyer and so much percentage to host and perform. Like mine is dancing with the crowd. Okay. Duly noted. Didn't quite understand what you were saying in the comment, but it's all good. Karen Bot says there's sure a lot of bad ones. Yeah, they are. But Karen, man, for real, just do your homework, man. Do your due diligence, and you'll find out, man. Word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertisement. And if you got slime ball promoters out here, trust and believe people gonna talk about them. You know what I mean? So
also, I'd like to say, just personally for Karen, because I think this advice could help you a lot if you take it on board. Don't be so bothered by all this stuff. So I'm noticing some of your comments are really invested in the bad people and what the bad people are doing, like the friends that aren't showing up, the promoters trying to, that are bad promoters or whatever. I understand it's frustrating. I understand that we don't like it, but try not to get so. Don't get mad, get motivated.
There it is.
You know what I mean?
That's it. Don't get mad, get motivated, Karen. Real talk. Couldn't get no realer than that. But it's about to get real right now, man. We're about to give away this money, man. I'm gonna give away this money, bruh. All right. So, I've got the running tally right here. John Baby Driver. Out of 5, I gave him about 3. Jay Floria, about 4. Martu Bite the Nickel, man, that was really heartfelt what you said. Give you about 3.5. But nothing beats watching the Don't Stress Success podcast 35,000 feet in the air instead of a movie. That's what I'm talking about. You got to pay extra for that kind of Wi-Fi. You feel me? So let's go ahead and throw some dollars on Karen Biden's Wi-Fi right now. You heard? So, DJ Scott, let's watch him adjust his mic. Let's see how this works.
What's good? I'm getting ready for my closing song, man.
Oh, he's got to get it together. All right. Well, you continue to get it together. I'm going to pull up this PayPal and let's make it happen.
No doubt.
Talk to the people.
Oh, you want me to stall?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm currently stalling. What you do when you stall is basically buy some time, which is exactly what I'm trying to do right now. A bit of a switch and move, like I'm over here trying to distract you guys while P's doing something in the background, just so that we fill this space right here, and there's not like awkwardness or dead silence, and that's essentially the art of stalling. Another way you can stall is if you drive stick, right? Because I know a lot of Americans, you drive automatic cars. But if you drive, and you I don't know how to drive automatics. I've never driven an automatic, only manual over here, most part. Stalling is when you apply gas without putting the clutch down, or you turn the engine on and you're in gear with the car, and you haven't pressed on you're not holding the clutch down, and the engine will stall.
I swear DJ Scott is the best staller ever. I got it together, man. So Karen, this is what we need from you. You know what? DJ Scott is so good at stalling. Karen, throw up your PayPal link right now. We got some money coming to you. DJ Scott has me so impressed. I want to continue the art of stalling. I want to continue that. Go ahead. But no, Karen, we need your PayPal info. Throw it up in the comments. Let's get it.
No doubt. And by the way, guys, we're going to be running this question for a while because we want to get a lot of dope comments from people on why this is the greatest podcast ever. So, hey, feel free to spend some time this week ready for next week to come up with the bombest answer, ready to drop on Sunday, and guarantee yourself a chance at winning that money.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of effort, you know what I mean? It's just something creative, something interesting, something that sets your comment apart. Tell us why we're the best. We the best podcast in the galaxy, even. The universe.
Yo, man. Karen Biden, throw up your PayPal. Let's get you this money. In the meantime, DJ Scott, man, I'd love to hear another song.
I'm saving. I've got a song, right? But I'm saving it for when we close the show a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Karen, what we're gonna need is if you send just put your email address that's attached to your PayPal account. As soon as we get that, we can process it. Because I think everyone's excited to hear me sing again.
Yes.
So.
Yes, indeed. There it is. townmama@charter.net.
There you go.
So, here it is. Boom. Let's type it in. Let's get it cracking. TOWNMAMA@charter.net. Uh-oh. There it is. Do we give her 2 pennies? 22 cents? $2.22? $22.22? $222.22? $2,222.22? $22,222.22?
Let's go with 25, man.
Yeah, let's just do 25. That works. Boom. 25. Bye-bye. There it is. Hit continue. Wait a minute. Let's type in a nice little note. Thanks for tuning in to the Don't Stress Success podcast. There it is. Bow, bow. Is it going? Boom. Send the payment now. Hold on. There's a few more buttons to press. Let's see. There we go. Boom. Karen, go ahead. Check your PayPal. You should be good to go now. Salute to Karen Bodden. We really, really appreciate you tuning in to the Don't Stress Success podcast. We appreciate everybody tuning in to the Don't Stress Success podcast. That's what it is, man. We appreciate you so much. As we sign out, we're going to give you another rendition of another classic from DJ Scott. I am P the Politician. And who are you, my friend?
Daniel J. Scott. I said that in my R&B voice. Daniel J. Scott.
That's when you get up real close to the mic and sound sexy. Yeah.
You know, it's like that Boys to Men shit. You know, like there's always that one at the start of the song. Like, hey, baby, I've been thinking about you. You know?
Take us out of here, DJ Scott. How we do it?
All right. I'm going to start halfway through the song because I want to hit that hook. It's like, no, I'm just going to hit the hook. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go.
It's unnatural.
There we go.
It ain't love to you. I'm in love with you. Oh, to the end of the road. So I can't let go.
Oh, my, that was...
We out.
The word I was looking for.